Flying taxis are coming to London, and much more. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking eVTOLs. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed previous event with Sensei. A very interesting conversation. Well, it wasn't a conversation, but I listened to Sensei. I've learned a lot. I've got some big news. Big news from last week. We attended an event. I don't know if it's happened unnoticed or if you noticed, but I would just to reiterate it because there's more news to it from last week as well from this sector of eVTOLs. I can see we have a lot of new audience as well. So let me just quickly explain what is an eVTOL. Well, an eVTOL, people call them flying taxis. This is a concept. Well, this is concept which is becoming reality very, very soon, very steadily. And very firm steps, step by step, we are coming closer and closer to full adaptation of these flying taxis. What is this? This aircraft is called an eVTOL. A VTOL stands for Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft. The E there is for electric. And as you can see, this aircraft can take off vertically and horizontally as well, but mainly vertically, transition into horizontal flight, which is much more energy efficient, and lands vertically or horizontally as well. This aircraft, its primary purpose, primarily, it's designed to beat city traffic. So if you think of busy cities like Los Angeles, New York, London, we are talking about today, Berlin, Asian cities as well. If you travel only in 2 dimensions, you cannot do anything. Once the city is congested, there's traffic jam, you cannot do anything. Whilst with this one, you can travel in 3 dimensions and you can beat your travel time from couple of hours down to mere 10-15 minutes. They are also safer compared to helicopters and they are much more quieter. I will show you the main benefits of it right now. I can see we have a good audience. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you are new to this sector, whoa, wrong button. If you are new to the sector, consider subscription as well. Right, let me just show you what is this all about and why is this show special. This show is special because we visited this very event. Vertical Aerospace unveiled their new certification aircraft. Vertical Aerospace, we have dedicated a lot of airtime to this company. We have covered them a lot. We have great relation. We have brought you a lot of exclusive content. And we think Vertical Aerospace could be a great investment with great reward for long term. So let me just quickly show you what is this about. And you know what? I'll give you a little teaser because we were on the ground. I was there with Vertical Aerospace and other guests, other partners, investors, institutions, you name it. And let me just show you the proof. That's me outside of the venue. Behind me, the glazed building is the Pelican. That is where this beautiful aircraft was hidden and was unveiled to the public and to the partners and investors. But how I'm gonna do it without spoiling the video? Well, let me quickly talk about the aircraft, and in the meantime, I can offer you this. I can actually offer you this without spoiling anything. So let me just, oh yeah, we are rolling. Okay, so Vertical Aerospace unveiled this aircraft. This is their certification aircraft. So currently they have been flying their test prototype, which looks slightly different. The design is the same. The aircraft has got 8 propellers. The advantage of having 8 propellers is also safety, because if you look at the helicopter, which has got only 1 rotor, if one of these fails, well, if the very one rotor fails, it's a critical or fatal failure. Whilst if we have 8 and one of these fails, we still have 7 more, and the aircraft can either finish its flight or it can perform emergency landing. So it's one of the advantages. Vertical Aerospace also are offering market-beating performance or specification of the aircraft. Most of the eVTOL manufacturers like Archer with their Midnight aircraft, Joby with their S4, as you can see on the screen, Vertical are offering 4 passengers as well. This is the market standard, but Vertical are also offering configuration of 6 passengers, slightly bigger cabin, slightly wider body of the aircraft, because it performs slightly better than Vertical Aerospace expected, and then they could afford to go out. But it's not only 6 passengers, it's also their luggage, it's their check-in and it's their onboard luggage. No other eVTOL manufacturer, no other flying taxi so far offers this standard. So just to put this into perspective, what you can see is the actual unveiling, the moment of unveiling. Again, I don't want to show you too much because we have a video, and I will actually bear with me how I'm gonna do it without spoiling everything, because my scenes are now gonna go all over the place. Let me do quickly behind the scenes transition. There we go. So in the chat, let me just put in the chat link to the video if you want to check it out, and if you want to see more details, if you want to see the actual moment, if you want to see the actual unveiling and all the details of the aircraft. I'm showing you, hang on. From Spitfire and Hurricane. Bear with me, sorry, I'm just doing it, this is a live show. Bear with me, this is the stream I want to go to. So let me just pop this in the chat for you. I'm popping it in the chat for you. If you want to see all the details, and especially the passenger cabin, I'll just put it in the chat. I don't know where it's your chat window, below me, next to you, next to me, wherever, above me. There are now 3 links, same links. This takes you to the video, to the very video. And the passenger cabin is beautiful. The passenger cabin is beautiful. It's large. Think of a very high-end private hire car. Let me put it this way. Forget about airliner, forget about your economy class. Think of a high-end business class standard. And I might give you a little teaser. Let me just quickly go through the main news of this. This aircraft, Vertical Aerospace, have been building this aircraft with strong business partners, the industry partners. One of these is Honeywell. Honeywell supply avionics and control systems for the aircraft. So this very aircraft has got same technology, same underlying technology as F-35 Lightning. Let me just put it this way. They also have partnership with Aciturri, who are making the body of the aircraft, and also a recently announced partnership with ScienceCo, who are providing materials for the aircraft. This aircraft is designed for short and mid-range trips. So think of this as your last mile commute, or think of it, sorry, not the last mile commute, the one before the last mile. So think of it when you are trying to get from the city center to your airport, from your business hub or commercial hub to the city center, and vice versa. Also, Vertical Aerospace are intending to expand the range of the aircraft, the network, outside of London, and we will talk about this shortly because it's one of the news I owe you from last week. But this aircraft is fully battery powered and is designed to cover range up to 100 miles at speeds up to 150 miles per hour. Obviously, zero operating emission, very low noise levels, and this aircraft is targeting full type certification with the highest airliner level of safety standard by 2028. So as early as 2028, we can see these flying in London. How about that? How about that? We know that Archer Aviation and Joby Aviation and others as well, which are not publicly traded, are targeting to launch their operations early 2027. So they are slightly ahead, but it's not it might slip, and it's not set. The date of launch is not set. So just something to bear in mind, that Vertical Aerospace are not so far behind as much as it looks on paper. You can see more detail of the aircraft, and as already mentioned, premium cabin and the largest luggage capacity on the market. I will bid you this little preview of the passenger cabin, and look at it. As I said, this is the high-end business class standard. How about that? Forget about London taxi. Forget about your Uber, your private hire. No, look at this. And I just did a piece on my X account comparing the 4 major aircraft that are very close to the final version of the aircraft, and Vertical Aerospace are by far the highest standard of comfort. So just to put this into perspective, you can see the luggage. So each passenger can take 1 on board and 1 check-in luggage as well with them. That's it from the news. Let me just get back to the video. Let me just get back to the video and give you a little preview. So this is the aircraft before it got actually unveiled. Let me just show you. This is the very moment. Great presentation again. I really do recommend you check the video and let me know in the comment under the video if you like the aircraft or not. Because look, I'm showing you the actual view. I'm showing you the actual view of the cabin. All the details. You can see it. You can't see it in the picture in here. Yes, you can pick up some large details, but you cannot see all the details I'm showing you in there. So if you check out the video, you can see all the details. Me being on the ground in the actual cabin. I don't want to spoil it more. I'm showing you the cockpit as well. I'm showing you all the details of the aircraft, as you can see here in the preview. So just to put this into context, definitely I do recommend, I'm putting it in the chat again, check out the video. This is our historic moment. This was my biggest milestone of my career so far, and it was amazing event as well. So you will see the atmosphere. You will get to experience this event yourselves. Right, that was the first piece of news. That's not it. That's not all. That's not all. Vertical Aerospace. And I can see Vertical Aerospace is selling off. And I think the whole eVTOL market is slowly coming down. So we will address this in few minutes. Let me just quickly get through the news. So as already mentioned, Vertical Aerospace announced they'll be launching UK's first electric taxi network with Skyports Infrastructure and Bristow as the operator. They are targeting launch first quarter of 2029. This could be slightly accelerated, or there could be first flights as early as 2028. Just to put this into perspective as well. They are planning new routes to cut multi-hour road journeys to minutes by air, targeting Canary Wharf to Heathrow in 12 minutes. Let me just share something with you. When I went to London last Wednesday, when I traveled to London, I was the victim of this very issue. And if I could fly an eVTOL, if I could fly one of the flying taxis, I would have gone for it. Even if it cost me like 100 quid, I would have gone for it. Because the traffic in London can be so tedious and so painful. And I was the victim of it. So, I was thinking about it on my way down. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know what they are talking about. So, Vertical Aerospace are offering this initial network. London, Canary Wharf, which is the very heart of London, pretty much. The commercial heart of London, at least. London Gatwick, London Heathrow, 2 biggest international airports. Oxford, Bicester, where is currently the first English vertiport site, and Cambridge. Between Oxford and Cambridge, there will be a testing corridor of eVTOL, of the eVTOL segment in the UK as well. So Oxford, Cambridge is intentional test corridor, we will see Vertical Aerospace flying probably as early as next year with their test flights on this corridor. So again, there'll be more news coming, there'll be more and more. There will not be flying passengers, but it'll be testing how the aircraft can be implemented into the public airspace and more. So just to put this into context as well. And we have more news from Vertical Aerospace. Vertical Aerospace signs a new customer, Heli Air Monaco, to open up French Riviera routes. Partnership will bring... Let me just quickly turn the heater down because I'm cooking. Ooh, I'm roasting myself. So there's some more good news. Vertical Aerospace have a new customer in Heli Air Monaco. And this is great news because they can be flying again as early as probably back of 2028, as soon as they finish their type certification. Their type certification, they are targeting the UK CAA, which is the Civil Aviation Authority. This is the equivalent of the American FAA, and EASA, which is the European Aerospace Safety, whatever that is, agency. So these are on par. And once they achieve this standard, this is the highest standard in the world airspace. Once they achieve the type certification can be transferred around the world. So yes, it's not as easy. They need to tick certain boxes and fill some forms and go through airworthiness. But once they achieve this certification standard, they don't have to go through new certification process. And this is very cost efficient and very cost effective as well. So this is one of the advantages Vertical Aerospace have. If you look at Joby and Archer, they are the American aerospace regulatory body. I think I am not live. Am I live? I'm having some issues. I cannot see myself coming through. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry, I'm back live again. I think I had some connection issue. So, Joby and Archer, they are targeting the FAA standard. But once they achieve it, once they achieve the type certification, they will have to go through a new round of certification for Europe and United Kingdom. So just, I'm putting this into perspective as well. How efficient Vertical Aerospace or Vertical Aerospace's journey is. So, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. I will address this shortly. Let's have a look at the eVTOL markets. I see we have a great audience. Thank you very much for joining me. If you are new to the event, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you like what you are hearing and seeing, consider subscription, because we are covering this sector pretty much daily. And I will try to be live every day this week, just before Christmas. So what we've got here, why do we think this is, well, we think this is great investment opportunity. We can see this market to be big. Think of early days of Tesla, of electric vehicles. A decade ago, nobody was convinced Tesla would work. Nobody was convinced that electric cars are gonna be driving at all, and now it's a big thing. Look at Tesla, market cap of Tesla, trendsetter, pioneering the whole sector, and now we have other companies catching up. So think of these flying taxis as the early days of Tesla, but we are not there in the very early days. We are sort of, I don't want to say halfway through. We're not halfway there, but we are very close to the real life deployment and adaptation. By the looks of it, we can see first passengers flying in these aircraft, namely in Joby Aviation. And actually, I will show you this very video. This will be the first adapter of flying taxis, Dubai and then Abu Dhabi. And Dubai have unique partnership, exclusive partnership with Joby Aviation, and they will start piloting operations if you pardon the pun, piloting operations as early as first quarter next year. And then we can expect first commercial passenger as early as third quarter next year. So we are literally months for a while now on our channel. I dedicate a lot of, well, this is my main discipline on the channel. So if something happens, you know it here usually first. On Saturday, on my Saturday live show, I gave you a bit of non-financial advice. We can see where the markets are going. We can see it's all in the air. We don't know. Carry trade, very high probability. Looming fears of Venezuela war. There's a lot in the air. I told you on Saturday I would not be buying any eVTOL stocks now. I'll be waiting for macro, and I'll be waiting for what trends we can see on the charts. If I zoom out and I show you the trend, the charts, you cannot see any clear trend. This is Joby Aviation. The ticker symbol is Joby, J-O-B-Y. You cannot see any clear trend. Yes, we have slight upside, but we are already breaking through this because it's been going sideways. The last trend was downwards. We had slight recovery, but nothing major. From the recent high of $20, we are 25% down. So, and we are going sideways or maybe downwards. So I'm waiting. Same with Archer Aviation. Today broke through $8 mark again. Let me just zoom in to this chart. Archer Aviation broke through $8 mark again. I can see Archer bouncing between 750 and between 8 and 7 now. And if we have bad outcome of the carry trade, we can go all the way down to $5. I would not be surprised if we get to 550 on the very bad macro condition as well. So that's why I'm saying I'm not buying any eVTOL stocks currently. Vertical Aerospace could have been a bit itchy to some investors, but when we brought you the news, well, we have been foreseeing this. We have been foreseeing this big rally. Let me just zoom out a bit. That's it. It's completely off the chart. We were bringing you updates and news on Vertical Aerospace before we got this nice rally and this nice push up. This is the moment when the insiders, Vertical announced the insiders were buying in en masse. They increased their stakes in their holdings at 50%, up to 50%. Then we had a nice, good rally. We had a good rally, 15% on one day, 15% on the other, 10% on Friday, the 5th of December. And then it carried on through to Wednesday when we hit 750. We tested the 750 resistance. Unfortunately, there was a sell-off. The fear of the carry trade, the macro condition is not in favor of it. And also we had a good rally. We had a rally on this week. We had over 60% rally. So there was some profit taking as well. Absolutely, I'm waiting. I'm currently now waiting because EHang is very sensitive to US macro market, to US markets. EHang is very sensitive to macro conditions as well because it's a Chinese manufacturer. So mute. I'm not mute. 10 minutes mute. I'm not mute. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hello? Let me know in the chat if I shouldn't be mute. Everything is coming through. I can see it on my Good. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Okay, good. So EHang, absolutely, I'm not touching EHang at the moment. They had solid earnings call a couple of weeks ago, but nothing surprising. I'm waiting. Thank you for your comments and for your feedback. I am buffering, Vanessa. Try to close and open your YouTube. Try to close and open the stream. That could be YouTube app issue. And we've got Brian. Where's my, hang on. Yeah, it should be coming through. Got Brian. Come on, do something. Okay, so my widget is clearly not working. Okay, we got Brian Bynum donating 5 Martyn Lucas memberships, 5 new Lucas 8s. Brian paying out of his own pocket. Thank you, Brian. Let's all give shout out to Brian. Amazing. Thank you, Brian. We appreciate it. So, Ehang, is the widget coming through? No. Yeah, we've had some technical issues today. Doesn't matter. I will show the chat. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. I'm sort of eyeing the chat in there on that screen, but I'll come back to the chat, and we will cover the closing bell as well. If you want to stay for the closing bell, and then Sensei will have his premiere. When is it scheduled for? Sensei's premiere is scheduled for 5 minutes past closing bell to the American market and the whole macro. This. Yeah, none of it is working. Okay, stand by. I'll give it a minute. I will give it a minute. Oh, hang on. We might be coming through now. Are we coming through? It's not coming through. Stand by in case you can see me and hear me somehow. Please do stand by. Please do stand by. I'm trying to get this recovered. I'm trying to get this sorted. Okay, are we coming through now? I think we are coming through now. Okay, let me just know in the chat if I'm back or not. So I'm having some technical issues, and everything seems to be offline. Right. I'm trying to check this. Okay, I can see myself coming through. Okay, I do apologize for this. Let's just finish the stocks. Horizon Aircraft. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for letting me know in the chat. We are 11 minutes away from the closing bell. So we're gonna ring the bell and I will play Phoenix, and then we're gonna wrap it up and go to Sensei's video. Yes, terrible connection. I don't know what's going on. I need to look into it when I finish. Right, Horizon Aircraft. As I said, we are talking to Horizon Aircraft. We should get Brandon Robinson, the CEO, should get him on the show soon with more updates. Horizon Aircraft have not been messing around. They have been achieving small but valuable steps for the company development as well. So yeah, hopefully we will hear from Brandon very shortly. Eve Air Mobility. No way I would be buying Eve Air Mobility. I'm waiting for them to unveil their test prototype. They'll be unveiling, they should unveil their operational or their functional testing prototype aircraft in December. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to trade it or buy it on the back of this, because if we have a crash, it's going to completely mitigate the positive sentiment. It's going to completely ruin it. So I'm waiting with Eve Air Mobility. Again, they have been achieving some good milestones, but currently not. And same with Beta Technologies. Beta Technologies have been they IPO'd about 5 weeks ago, back in early November, Tuesday, the 4th of November. They were publicly, you could buy their shares for the first time. They IPO'd on the Monday of the 3rd. Then the stock hit all-time high. It's not as difficult, is it, when you are 2 days on the market, but the stock hit all-time high, just below $40. And then since, we can see we are slowly laddering down. We can see these crashes and upside, crash and upside. And again, we might be coming through this again, especially with the carry trade. I'm not buying Beta Technologies. I'm waiting for Beta to do some more. I want to see some more levels on the chart. So I'm not currently buying any of the eVTOL stocks, but I'm not selling either. I'm holding in case we have positive news. We have a rally. everything goes all right. I'm not feeling FOMO. I'm not panic buying on the way up. I'm in the nice sweet spot currently. So Vertical Aerospace, I have no doubt you have been taking profits on the way up last week and the previous week. I mean, if something goes up in 1 week, if something goes up 15% in 1 day, there's a good chance it's not gonna go up again the following day. And we had actually 4 consecutive days. We had 5% on Tuesday. On Monday, we had 15%. Right, my camera has gone out. Okay, stand by, please.